everybody, so Beaton here. And today we will be looking at relations function and graph, a question on relation function and graph. So let's head straight into this question. So the question says, consider the following functions. F of x is equal to 3 over x plus 2, g of x is equal to 4x minus 5, and h of x is equal to x squared plus 1. And they're asking us, for what value is f of x undefined? So to determine when f of x is undefined, we have to look at, well, this is the function f of x, of course. Now, a fraction is undefined when we have the fraction has a denominator of 0. So if you have 2 over 0 and you punch it in the calculator, it should say error, math error, because it's undefined. This fraction is undefined because of the 0 in the denominator. So this question is asking us, what is the value of x to make the denominator equal 0? So this will be, so what we do, we just equate this here to 0. So this will be x plus 2 is equal to 0. And to find the value of x, that will make this equal 0. This will simply be x is equal to, this 2 is adding, take 2 will subtract, so we'll have 2 subtract 0, which will be negative 2. We can say f of x is so we can say f of x is undefined at x equal negative 2. So let's move on. Next question says, consider the following function. We have the same set of functions. They want us to find the value of g of 1 over 4. This is the function we're talking about. So we want to find g of 1 over 4. So what we'll do, we'll have g of, instead of x, we'll have 1 over 4 is equal to 4x. Now instead of x, we are replacing x with the 1 over 4. So this will be 4 multiplied by 1 over 4 minus 5. So this will be 4 multiplied by 1 over 4. This will be the same as 4 multiplied by 1 over 4 to give us 4 over 4, which will give us simply 1. So this will be 1 minus 5. So 1 minus 5 will have a value of negative 4. So g of 1 over 4 is equal to a negative 1 over 4. And the next question says, consider the following function. We have the same set of functions. Now they want us to find h of negative 3. So for h of negative 3, we're talking about this function, h of x. So this will be h, instead of x, we'll have negative 3 is equal to, we're dealing with this function. So instead of x squared, we'll have negative 3 squared plus 1. So negative 3 squared would be negative 3 times negative 3, which will give us 9 plus 1. So 9 plus 1 will give us 10. So h of negative 3 will give us 10 as the answer. So the next one says, we have the same set of functions. Now they want us to find ff of 0. So what ff of 0 is saying, we're taking the function f of 0 and we're putting it inside the function f. So the first thing we need to do is find f of 0. So we'll find f of 0 will be equal to, so we're taking a function f. So this will be 3 over, instead of x plus 2, we'll have 0 plus 2, which is equal to 3 over 0 plus 2 would give us 2. And we can leave this as 3 over 2, or we can simplify it to be 3 divided by 2 will give us 1.5. So we can leave it as 1.5 or 3 over 2, whichever one is your preference. So since we have f of 0, is this 1.5? Now we can find f of 0. So we're taking this f of 0 and we're putting it inside the function f. So instead of f of 0, we are replacing this here with the function that you find for f of 0. So instead of having f of 0, we are replacing f of 0 with the answer that we found for the same f of 0. So we'll have f of 1.5 or 3 over 2, whichever one you want to use, just re-emphasizing that. So this will be equal to 3 over, instead of x plus 2, we'll have 1.5 plus 2. This will be equal to 3 over 1.5 plus 2 will give us 2.5. And 3 divided by 2.5 would give us a value of, right at the bottom here, 1.2. So f of 0 would be equal to 1.2. And that is your answer as a decimal. So let's move on. Last question. The last one says, consider the following functions. F of x is equal to, and we have the same set of functions again. The question says, write an expression in its simplest form for gh of x. So in this case, we're taking a function h and we're putting it inside of g. We're always taking it out of function and we're putting it inside of that function. How do we put it in? We basically replace x with the function h in this case. So gh of x would be, so you have the function g, we're putting a function h inside of that. So the function g is 4x. So 4, instead of x now, we'll have h of x minus 5. So we put in a function h inside of the function g. So we can rewrite this as 4 multiplied by, the function h of x is x squared plus 1. So this will be x squared plus 1 minus 5. So now we will distribute the 4. 4 times x squared will give us 4x squared. 4 times 1 would give us plus 4 minus 5. Hence this will give us 4x squared. 4 minus 5. 4 minus 5 would give us a negative 1. So gh of x is equal to 4x squared minus 1. And that is the answer. So with that, this has brought me to the end of this video. I trust that you have a good understanding of how to answer these kind of questions. With that, I'll see you in the next video, and remember to keep practicing. So see you until then.